want to make sure every so often I got to do this. The ain't nobody like inherently mad at you ladies. This world of men that are talking about women so rough, I don't think a lot of women get this. Do you realize how thirsty men are and how weak our game is? Of course you do. All of you realize how thirsty we are and how weak our game is. A lot of you don't realize how weak your game is. Like, I see a lot of women at 18 through about 23 will just, a lot of you are dressed like clowns. I mean, like a very, 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 I see women who go to the local college. A lot of you are dressed like clowns. I know you think you look cool because you all dress alike and you all look like the same singer. But that's the problem, is that, I mean, almost, and to the point where it's even the women who obviously are trying to work that maybe I'm not straight look. I mean, even you are having the problem of having some real weak ass game. Like you will look the same. You will all look like the same. Like, whatever magazine Rachel Maddow gets her clothing out of. Like you all look like you're from that magazine. And every once in a while I'll see some woman who, what she has done is she looks distinctly different than other people. Like she has a look. She has, like, there's even some women who I've seen that, I mean, I've had to compliment them. Like that, I'm like, that's a really good look. Like that really is solid. So men are thirsty. Men are very thirsty, and it takes us almost till we're in our 30s to really understand game. And because also of the worship of youth, men are given this real stupid idea that we should not sell ourselves. We think of it as selling out. This was something that I forgot to upload before. I will absolutely upload this. My mother once said this: you have to learn how to sell yourself. Now, because my mom was drinking so much and was being such a crazy bitch at that time of her life, I just was like, whatever. Like, it was one of many drunken phone calls that she's not supposed to be drinking. She's supposed to be in remission of cancer. Supposed to da-da-da. Nope. She's doing what somebody who's an alcoholic does. And so I actually, though, later had to think about it, and I'm like, no, I didn't understand at the time. Because I knew, as time went on, once I had no parents, I had to sell myself. I had to really sell the act Donovan Warland to every employer, every single time. When there's nobody to back you up, when everybody's dead, and you have no place to go, that's that. You have to make it. No, you have to. There's no parent who could put you up. There's no couch for you to surf on. So that's what I had to do, and so I don't miss work. I do what it takes to not miss work, and I don't call out sick. And luckily, though, I learned how to stay very, very, very healthy. I learned a lot about the human body and how not to die early. But that's me. And so I started really thinking about that. Like, and actually, from the last video, a lot of what the mysticism, quote unquote, that I had learned, the focus became really, it was the safe focus of longevity and health, and having a healthy psychic state, having martial power. That was something that I'm like, maybe this will help, maybe it won't, but does it matter? I don't fight people, don't want to. Fighting gets you beat up, so don't want to do that. So fighting lands you in jail, don't want that. So the thing I started to think about with you got to be able, a lot of this talk about, oh, women this, women that, oh, you got to be a high value man. And it really is because there's so few, there's nothing that tells you this. Everybody's keeping a young man from succeeding because he is their competition, no matter who they are in society. And when even in coupling, this happens because you're constantly having to, for some reason, fight for some kind of form of power in the relationship. Because now there's no role. You can't be the man, she can't be the woman. It has to be this constant game. And so I was thinking about that. Like a lot of you, I don't think really get like how hard so many men are trying to learn how to have game, how to be pleasing, how to be like that. Yeah, that we men have to learn how to be men typically from other men at some point, and that there's no way around it. But that's a good. Because then you have to talk to other men who have experience, and you have to sell your story to them, and get them to help you. And it was just something I was thinking about that I don't think enough people, I don't think women really understand the situation that men are in this, how much we're trying to impress you at all times, with sometimes without us even understanding that we are trying so hard because we are so thirsty. All right, later.